and stepped on the inline turnover.
A lot of one-on-one action for McDaniel on the offensive side. You know, they're trying to play bully ball on the drive. Just can't quite seem to finish at the rim. Be curious if they're going to try to get a little ball movement going. And back in the zone here for McDaniel.
On the outside, it's Foster. Good ball movement. Papworth on the drive. Foul before the shot attempt on McDaniel. And this one may be on Anderson. We'll see what the official call. And it is Anderson, Mekhi Anderson on the foul. That is his first. That's the team's fourth of the quarter. 2 for Franklin. Foster with the 2 fouls. Back on, or making his appearance to the game for the Lightning, is Dion Gates. Fletchner also on for Franklin. Fletchner on the drive, well short, hit the side of the backboard on the layup attempt. Nonetheless, McDaniel with the rebound the other way. Montgomery pulls the ball back out and gets it to Anderson. Anderson into Martin. Martin driving left beneath the foul line. On the kick out, an open 3 from Montgomery. That's good. Good patience by McDaniel. Montgomery rewarded with the triple, and it's 13-11 Franklin. 2:35 remaining in the first quarter. Shot blocked away on the layup on the shot attempt by Papworth. At the other end, Montgomery goes to the basket and ties the game.
Good effort. Defense creating quality offense for McDaniel. Able to tie this one up, Sean. A lot of effort defensively for the Mountain Lions.
30-second timeout, Franklin, with the first quarter continuing. We're tied at 13 all. We will stay on live. I totally forget when you're at Franklin, got to realize how much time is on the clock before they start the timeout clock. So good for the lead. Rebound Franklin. McDaniel has yet to have the lead at any point in this first quarter. Gates into Papworth on the right wing. Between the rings, Lavertini has passed tipped by Lila and got it in to Fletchner for his first field goal. 15-13, Lightning up by 2. At the scorer's table, Pankey will check in next stoppage for McDaniel. Martin handling it over to Montgomery. 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. 15-13 lead for the Lightning. On the attack, a put up, what a nice shot.
Nice shot. That's
by
amazing.
Martin. Elijah Martin with 4. Tie game again at 15 all. A couple players for Franklin at the scorer's table will check in next stoppage. Nemo will come in, as well as Curbs next stoppage. Papworth on the left wing. Between the wings, Gates. Right wing is Lavertini. Dumps it inside to Fletchner with the jump shot, no good. And a foul in the backcourt on the defensive rebound on Franklin. And Lavertini picking up his first foul of the game. And the substitutions make their appearance on for both schools. One minute to go in the first quarter. Pankey with the ball. Passes quickly to Barr. Up in the right corner is Anderson. And we have a drive and a foul called. Foul on the floor. Montgomery on the attack. Foul committed to Lavertini, his second.
And Montgomery, lucky that time that wasn't called an offensive foul. Hooked him on the way through, but it was the official that wasn't able to see that left arm hooking the defender and earned himself a foul, and now 14 fouls.
Montgomery, nice pocket pass inside to Martin. Missed the layup. Martin got his own rebound, puts it up short. Third opportunity for Martin. He spins his way for the layup. He missed it but drew the foul. Fletchner on the foul. That is his first. And at the line will be Martin to shoot a couple. Antonio Foster at the scorer's table. He'll check in after the free throw. Following from Martin. Martin with 4, make it 5 on the first free throw, good. He has the tying leading scorer with McDaniel with Montgomery. And Fletchner will head to the bench to rest. Good minutes from Fletchner in the first quarter. Second free throw up and good by Martin. And all of a sudden, McDaniel has their first lead today at 17-15. Three-pointer in the far corner, no good by Gates. Defensive rebound by Martin. Up the floor, Pankey. McDaniel having some good attacks here. Montgomery a three, short from straight away. Defensive rebound by Nemo. Up the floor is Curbs. Skip pass, right wing Foster. Right corner Gates. 13 seconds left for the quarter. Ball tipped by McDaniels. Montgomery and the Mountain Lions with the ball. Mabar blocked away by Franklin's Foster and out of bounds. Got a foul, rather, on McDaniel.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Montgomery, and really good effort that time by Foster defensively in transition. Able to get back, make a play, earn another possession for the Lightning, and after McDaniel felt like they were gaining a lot of momentum, especially in that transition play. Good defensive play that time for Lightning to earn a possession right back.
Barr picked up the foul for McDaniel, his first, not Montgomery. And Franklin to inbound with 4.8 seconds to go. It's Lavertini letting the ball roll past midcourt and now has it. Clock running, skip pass, left baseline three, no good by Curbs at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter from Franklin. It's the visiting Mountain Lions in front, 17-15 over Franklin. Second quarter coming up next on KBPS. 1 minute, Donna. Sam, sorry about that first quarter, that pregame blunder. I was trying to find out if they were going to do an anthem at the start of the game and then have it ended there. So,
I see, okay.
Yeah, that's why I had a brief pause. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're too late on a legal ID.
Oh, shoot, okay. Okay. I'll do a legal when we come back on. Okay. S 17-15 lead McDaniel over Franklin, and at this time we'll do a station identification. This is AM 1450 KBPS in Portland. McDaniel ball to begin quarter number 2 as Barr gets it in play to Pankey. Good strong start for the Mountain Lions. They did clean up their turnovers, Sam and Josiah, in the first quarter to have themselves an early, to get out of the quarter with the lead. In it comes to Barr, left baseline, got it on the loose pass. Skip pass to Anderson. Anderson driving, puts it up, no. Rebound, no good by Martin. He thought he was hacked on the wrist. Nonetheless, we play on. Franklin ball, Foster gets the pass back from Lavertini. Foster to the basket, no good on the right-hand lay-in. Good D inside by Martin, who got the rebound. Up the floor is Pankey, back to Martin. Martin over to Pankey, left side, and now we'll slow things down for the offense. Daniel up by 2, largest lead of the game for them. Franklin led as many as 5 in the opening. Part of the game, three-pointer for Barr, left corner, right corner from the far side and hit it. Barr with 7, leading the Mountain Lions in scoring, and it's at 18. I think that scoreboard is incorrect. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
I think they added the 3 points to the wrong team.
Yes, they'll hope to get that corrected, fall into stoppage, I hope.
Should be 20, yeah, they got it, yeah. 2015, McDaniel.
Yeah, 2015.
Yes. And now the referee's going to stop play as the ball out of bounds. McDaniel will have the ball back. Yes, 20-15 is the score. It's like, I know that is not right. But everyone got it under control. Nonetheless, it is Pankey to inbound the ball into Anderson. 5 team fouls apiece now for both teams in the half so far. If this keeps up, we could be in for a long second quarter with the fouls being accumulated. Fall-away jumper, no good by Martin. Good D down low by Franklin.
Martin, you can tell that they're trying to work through him, especially on offense.
Three-pointer, no good by Kobe Christensen, who's on the floor for his first action. Lila goes for 3 from straight away, no good as well. Martin on the defensive rebound. Franklin trying to get back into the game with a couple of threes, and they have not been falling for them in the second quarter. They were falling a little bit in the first quarter as Hebby drills the 3. And a timeout, Franklin. 5:56 left in the second quarter. 23-15 lead. McDaniel over Franklin on KBPS. Back in a moment. 1 minute.
Sean, who's I have for fouls on Franklin? 1 on 10, 2 on 14, and 1 on 25, but I'm missing one.
I have 2 fouls on 10.
2 on 10. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
For Franklin, yes. Okay.
Is there a certain amount of fouls that could be called before somebody's out or something?
Welcome back to Franklin as the PIL Showcase event continues. 23-15 advantage for the visiting Mountain Lions, trying to end a long PIL losing streak in league play. And also you can watch this game today all throughout the afternoon and morning. Layup no good on our KBPS YouTube page. We've got a loose ball foul on Franklin and at kbps.am for the whole coverage. Got a foul on Lavertini. And that is his 3rd personal foul. 16 foul. That's the foul to give for the Lightning. Any more fouls will put McDaniel on the line for the 1-and-1. Dominic Papworth returns to the court for Lavertini.
And now with Lavertini with those 3 fouls, shift for Franklin, going a little size here.
Absolutely, and it comes to Barr. Barr over to Martin between the rings, guarded by Lila. A step back 3 from Martin, short. Defensive rebound by Combs.
Martin on the way back just told his coaching staff, yes, I know that was a bad shot.
Kind of rushed it a little bit. Foster into Papworth. Papworth, Lila. Good ball movement by Franklin, but just as I say that, they nearly turned it over, did the Lightning, and a defensive reach-in foul to McDaniel. And this one on Martin, that will be his 1st foul of the game. And we have a timeout on the floor by McDaniel. And they will take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds as the second quarter continues. 23-15 advantage for McDaniel over Franklin on KBPS. 30 seconds, please. Thank you. Okay. .506 left first half. McDaniel up by 8. Franklin possession out of the timeout. Wide open jumper is no good by the Lightning. Rebound by McDaniel.
McDaniel seems to be winning so far, but you never know. There could be a turning point.
And it comes to Pinky near midcourt. Passes left over to Barr. Right over to the left corner is Montgomery. McDaniel taking their time with the offensive set. Montgomery with a crossover and pulls it out to Barr. Of course, by next winter, we'll have a shot clock instituted. 3-pointer ringed up by Jalen Pinky. The senior wing for McDaniel extends it to an 11-point lead at 26-15.
And the thing that's really, for Franklin, it's not defensively. As Foster drains a 3 on the other side as soon as I say that, but really it's been McDaniel's zone that's been causing Franklin the most issues, and Franklin drops into a 2-3 zone for their own defense, maybe try to get McDaniel to shoot out of it.
And another 3-pointer, no good again by Pinky this time. Defensive rebound by Franklin. Hope to identify the number 34 player when we get the opportunity to. He's not in our roster, unfortunately. Inside, it's Papworth, dumps it off, and laying it up and in is the player down there who makes his first field goal for Franklin. And it's 26-20. Back at the other end, a layup no good by Montgomery. And Foster comes away with it for Franklin. Foster, lefty layup, no good. Out of bounds, it will remain Franklin ball.
Just off of Pankey's fingertips that time.
Very close, though.
And look, Franklin, you can tell what they're trying to do here is try to push the tempo a little bit, not allowing McDaniel to get into that zone. They've really struggled offensively against it. So as soon as they get the ball, even after a missed shot, they're trying to run.
No good on the jump shot. Offensive rebound by Fletchner. His play is stolen away by McDaniel. Up the floor is Barr. Behind the back dribble, lost it, and somehow got it to Hebby. Up in the right corner, a far side three is no good by Martin. And we have a loose ball foul.
It's going to go on Montgomery, it looks like.
And Montgomery has picked up his second foul in the quarter. That's the 17th foul for McDaniel. Will be at the 1-and-1 for Franklin. And again, I apologize. I do not have.
Yeah, we're working on the.
Sam's working on the.
One of the joys, Sean, of calling these mini games is you're bound to have a moment like this.
Yes, but he missed the offensive rebound, but followed up and in by Quadjay Lila on the second effort for Franklin, and a lead down to 4 for McDaniel at 26-22. That's 5 consecutive points now for Franklin after being scoreless in the last 4 minutes or so. Montgomery, as Mountain Lions were up by as many as 11 in the game. At the other end, a layup no good by Martin, and a defensive foul will be called to Franklin.
I believe it's Hensley. I think we may, Sean, have had a JV call-up.
I believe you're right. No good on the first free throw by Martin. Oliver Hensley is what I've been told by our good friend Josiah on the call today with us. He's 0 for 2 at the line, did Martin, as on the junior varsity level.
That's it.
Oliver Hensley is wearing 34. So he was the player that made the field goal earlier. Three-point attempt, no good, an air ball by Foster, but saved in play by Franklin. Into Hensley with the jump hook, no good. Rebound, last touch by Franklin in Foster. And it will belong to the Mountain Lions.
It looks like McDaniel's doing a bunch of really good passes from what I've seen, and they got some pretty good formation going on. So they've been scoring pretty high, but Franklin's coming back.
They are. Here's the Lightning trying to rally back down by 11. They had an early lead at the first quarter, up 13-8. And since then, McDaniel's really bounced back, cleaning up those turnovers, as Sam mentioned earlier. Put up with the jump shot, no good by Barr with contact, and another offensive rebound to Martin, and he is fouled. Took a hit down to the floor.
I think that's going to be Hensley's second.
Yep, Hensley will pick up his second.
And this smart move by Coach Grassman here to move to that 2-3 zone, because McDaniel really was struggling from outside. I know Martin has hit 1-3, but it's just been kind of tough sledding out there. So nice defensive move there by Grassman to be able to say, look, you know, we're going to force you to shoot us out of this, especially with the way that McDaniels was driving the ball. You know, it's much more difficult.
Out of bounds on McDaniel as Martin made the first free throw and missed the second. Good effort, though, on the offensive side by Barr. Tried to keep the ball in bounds, but couldn't. He was caught with a couple of Franklin players down on the end line. 27-22 advantage, under 2 minutes to go in the half. In the first half of that, Foster out to Lila. Lila nearly had his pass stolen away. Fletchner on the spin, kicks it up top, and we got a travel violation on Franklin. McDaniel ball.
Close call there, too. Just picked up his pivot foot just a bit, but still good ball movement by Franklin on that possession. Earned them a wide open three, and if it weren't for that turnover, the shot actually went in that time. So tough possession there by the Lightning, even though it was a good one.
Out to the right wing, Montgomery driving right. Shot blocked away by Hensley. And it will belong to the Mountain Lions. And Montgomery is slow to get up. May have hurt his shoulder on the play.
Yeah, it looked like when he shot the ball, it almost like hyperextended back. So he was trying to lay the ball in on that right side. He's going to have to come out.
Hebby will come in off the bench for McDaniel. We'll see if Montgomery will enter the game later on in the second half. 1:25 left in the second quarter. A three-pointer good from the far corner by Barr.
Nice far corner shot there.
Yes, and Barr with 10 in the first half, extending the lead to 8 at 30-22. 1:13 left. Lila misses the three at the other end. Hensley on the offensive rebound, can't put it back in. Lila with another rebound and puts it in.
Wow, that one was a struggle.
Yes. A struggle, but Lila stuck with the play and put it home. 30-24 advantage for McDaniel. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Barr blocked away by Hensley. And Hensley with the ball on the break. Passes left to Papworth. Papworth out to Lila. Goes for three and hits it. Ooh. Wajay Lila with 9 and a lead down to 3 at 30-27 for McDaniel. Pankey with the ball. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Anderson into Pankey. Pankey over to Barr. Barr dumps it inside to Martin. Shot blocked but fouled inside on Franklin. And this one may be on Hensley. We'll see.
It's going to be on Hensley or Foster. It is Hensley.
And that's Hensley's third foul of the half, with 15.2 to go until halftime.
And Hensley, who replaced Lavertini, as they decided to go bigger, did Franklin, and going to stay with that size after Hensley, even though he had those 3 fouls, a lot of energy off the bench, and I think that Coach Grassman decided, hey, let's stick with the size. That's what's caused this comeback to come to fruition here in the second quarter.
Martin makes the first free throw, misses the second. Owen Combs entering the game for Hensley. 10 seconds left, 31-27 lead. Ball was deflected and recovered in the backcourt by Papworth. It's Foster with 2 seconds left in the quarter. Lila got it off in time. No good for 3 on the near baseline.
Ooh, just missed it, just missed it.
At the half, McDaniel up 31-27 over the Franklin Lightning. Our KBPS halftime show is next. Stay tuned. Let's do For the Lightning, Sean Phillips alongside Sam Tung and Josiah on hand. Josiah, we'll start with you first. What were your thoughts in the first half with both teams?
Honestly, it was looking pretty one-sided for McDaniel. They were winning, and there was a lot of beautiful passes going on between McDaniel and Franklin both, and some amazing scores. Wasn't there a guy that he literally threw the basketball around his leg into his buddy?
Yes.
And it was just amazing.
Yeah, that was really nice. Sam, your first half thoughts with both teams?
Well, to echo Josiah here, it was really close game to start, and McDaniel, once they went into a 2-3 zone, it really turned the switch on that first half. They were able to gain, close to a 10-point lead, and for a team that's 0-11 on the season, and how many straight league games that they lost? 26?
26.
So, for a team at that, that's really struggled, that's certainly been that was a very impressive first half by McDaniel. But when you're Franklin, even though they were down, two big changes that really affected that second quarter. One, also going into a zone, and number two, when Lavertini, the guard, got his third foul, Coach Grassman and the staff decided, you know what, let's go big. So they started with Oliver Hensley called up off JV for the game today, and that, as well as Owen Combs, trying to get him back in the game. So it was, ultimately that was the difference, I think, for Franklin being able to get back in this game was A, going to the zone, and B, they found a little something going with some size to be able to match McDaniel, and that's part of the reason they were able to knife into this lead, cut it down to 4 at the end of the first half.
McDaniel led as many as 11 at 26-15, and that was en route to McDaniel scoring the first 9 points in the second quarter to give McDaniel a lead up in double digits. Franklin led as many as 5 at 13-8 in the first quarter, and that's where the leads have been so far for both schools. Looking at the team scoring, we'll start with McDaniel. Leading scorer is Josiah Barr. He has 10 points. Elijah Martin right behind him with 8. Montgomery with 5. Hebby and Pankey with 3 points each, and Anderson with 2 points for McDaniel. For Franklin, leading scorer is Lila with 9, Foster with 6, Papworth with 5, Curbs with 3, and Fletchner with 2 points, and Hensley with 2 points as well for Franklin.
And two other real quick notes, Sean.
Sure.
First, the foul trouble. Lavertini and Oliver Hensley both with 3 fouls. Something to keep an eye on for that second half. And then the other thing I really wanted to give a shout out to was Kwaje Lila. Not only the leading scorer for Franklin in that first half, but impressive work on the offensive glass. Able to gain a couple extra possessions for Franklin. Part of the reason that they're able to stay in this game was his effort on offense, especially towards the end of that second quarter. Knocked down a 3, couple offensive boards, and for Franklin, he's certainly been the MVP today, keeping them in this game in what very well could be McDaniel's best showing of the season thus far.
Speaking of shout-outs, head coach for the McDaniel Mountain Lions, Chuck Matthews. Anytime we do a game that has McDaniel, he always likes to do a couple of shout-outs. One to his sister, Johanna in Chicago, and sister Mercedes in Los Angeles.
Look at that, Coach Matthews.
Yes. So Coach Matthews doing his work.
Look, if you're going to wield the sword, you do have a couple advantages, so good for him.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Looking at our upcoming schedule throughout the rest of the afternoon, and remember, you can watch these games live on our KBPS YouTube channel and on kbps.am. Our schedule goes as follows. Coming up at 12:30 approximate time, the Benson Techmen will be playing the visitors to the Jefferson Democrats at 12:30. 2 p.m., IW Wells boys hosting the South Medford Panthers. South Medford, the only non-PIL school participating in the event of the PIL Showcase. 4 p.m., Benson Texters hosting the Jefferson Democrats. That'll be one of the games of the day to watch out for. And then 5:30, Grant Generals boys hosting the Lincoln Cardinals. And Sam, we've called many games before with Lincoln when we were students of the broadcasting program ourselves. Lincoln has not been this good since we followed them back in 2009. Peter Williams was one of the players, I believe, that was on the team that year.
Well, and I was also, when we were doing research for these couple games, you're absolutely right. You know, Lincoln, number 4 in the state right now, and very much looking forward to, you know, not only seeing a couple of these PIL teams, but also calling South Medford a little bit later, see how those boys down south play. I know that it's a terrific league, and very excited to have not just some PIL schools, but also some non-league play here later this afternoon here at Franklin.
And finally, to conclude the PIL Showcase, the Cleveland Warriors boys group taking on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Roosevelt has had some terrific wins this week. One of them came at the horn against Grant on Tuesday, and they look to ride that momentum going into tonight at 7 p.m. against the Cleveland Warriors. This concludes our halftime show from Franklin. Join us for second half action as McDaniel up 31-27 over the Franklin Lightning. You're listening to live high school basketball action on KBPS. Let's do it 1 minute, Donna. Remind me, who's at the station? I'm blanking on the name.
Joe Anderson.
Joe Anderson, thank you, yeah. All right, Joe, let me put you down in my script. I didn't know you were doing some board up today. Nice, cool. We got Joe Anderson behind the station today, Sam. Doing some board op.
And Josiah, what's your last name?
Wester.
What is it?
Wester, W-E-S-T-E-R.
Wester, perfect.
All right, I'll get that in there. And Sam, you're doing second half, correct?
Sure, yes.
All right, I'll let you do the play-by-play for the second half. All right.
Wester. We welcome you back in to Franklin High School, first game of the PIL Showcase. I am Sam Tunk, taking over play-by-play duties from Sean Phillipson. Big shoes to fill, but we're gonna make it work. Sean still on the broadcast. Also Josiah Wester on the call here. 31-27, McDaniel the lead here as we start the second half. It's Franklin to inbound the ball, moving right to left across your radio dial. Foster and Papworth playing a little two-man game up top, trying to get Lila the basketball. They do at the left elbow. Lila now stuck in the baseline near side. Papworth with it, left wing, down to Lila. Back to Papworth, left wing. Doubled, takes it inside, wild shot, no. Rebound, Lila, no. Another rebound by Lila, and he's fouled on the inside. We talked about it early on, those offensive boards by Lila, and it's going to be Barr with the foul, his second personal, first team foul of the second half.
Got to give credit to Lila, battling down low on the rebounds. I wouldn't be surprised if he has close to 10 rebounds in the game.
Lila misses the first. Again, just starting the second half here. 25 seconds gone in the third quarter. 31-28 now as Lila into double figures for the Lightning. McDaniel moving left to right across your radio dial or your YouTube screen. Streaming live on KBPS YouTube if you haven't checked us out yet. McDaniel with the basketball. It's Barr between the rings near side. Now it comes to Montgomery. Back to Barr. They're trying to get the ball into Martin as Franklin in a 2-3 zone. It's on the far side to Pankey. He'll fire for three and drill that shot. Pankey, his second three of the game. 6 points now. 6-point lead.
Beautiful shot there.
And Franklin quickly on the other side. It's Combs that's fouled by Elijah Martin, his second, and the second team foul here quickly for the Mountain Lions. And Combs to the line for a pair. Franklin going quickly off of every made shot here. They're struggling with that zone. Quick substitution. Makai Anderson out. Justin Glover into the game with 2 fouls. Combs makes the second. 1 of 2 for the senior. And a 5-point lead for McDaniel, 34-29. It's Barr with it between the rings. Dump it in the free throw line to Martin. Now Barr gets the ball back. Wide open 3 straight away, missed it. Another rebound to Lila for Franklin. They look to push it the other way. Curbs with it up top. Near side is Papworth. Back to Curbs up top. He's just going to fire away a deep 3. That one long, and a long rebound goes to Foster on the near side. Another offensive board for Franklin. It's Papworth. Gives it. Now it's Lila at the free throw line. Tries to get it into Combs. Can't. And Barr, as the 2 were fighting for the loose ball, is going to pick up another one. That's now 3 on Barr. And the 3rd team foul already here. And Sean, we're 90 seconds into the second half and already 3 fouls on McDaniel.
Being very aggressive, they are.
Quick inbound pass went to Foster, fired a 3, missed it, got his own board, and another foul. This one is going to go against Glover, his 3rd. And that's 4 team fouls on McDaniel, and if they're not careful, Franklin's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of this game. We're only in game 1 here, and yes. These are the types of scenarios where the schedule can get thrown off very quickly. As Foster at the line for a pair. Misses the first. Couple substitutions here. First for Franklin. Lavertini into the game, as well as, or for Franklin, and then Anderson back in the game for McDaniel as well. Foster hits the second. 7 points for Antonio Foster, and a 4-point lead for McDaniel. Now full court pressure by Franklin. It's Anderson. They're able to get it across. Martin on the far side, Near side is Makai Anderson, who just checked back into the game. Now Pankey. Far side is Martin. Martin, who had been playing down low, now they're going to try to shift him in towards the baseline, or excuse me, the free throw line. Missed 3-point shot that time by Montgomery on the far side, and a rebound to Franklin. Papworth the other way. Drives, floater in the lane. Missed it, and the rebound to Montgomery. Finally, Franklin able to break down that McDaniel zone. It's Montgomery taking it himself the other way. Layup is missed. Good offensive board, though, that time by Glover, but missed the putback. Franklin the other way. Lila, far side, down the baseline. Lost the ball, but instead it's Foster. Misses that shot from the near side baseline. Tipped out of bounds by Lila. McDaniel basketball. Good up and down action here from Franklin High School.
That was a lot of struggle right there. Everyone was just running across the court.
5:24 left, 3rd quarter. McDaniel facing full court pressure again. Pankey nearly lost it. Good press break this time by McDaniel, and they get an and one out of it. Nice pass by Pankey down to Glover on the baseline. Fouled, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific pass. Nice bounce pass by Pankey. Thread the needle perfectly.
Do we hear who that foul was on?
No.
No, okay. We'll have to check here in a minute. Free throw missed by Glover, but still a 6-point lead for McDaniel. The other way is Franklin, and an offensive foul on Lavertini. That's his 4th. First team foul on Franklin, or excuse me, second team foul on Franklin. They're going to stick with Lavertini here.
Yeah, interesting decision to keep him out there with almost half the quarter gone in the 3rd.
Here's Martin with it, and another foul call. This one's going to go against Papworth. His 1st and the 3rd team foul on the Lightning.
Papworth has 2
fouls. There we go. So that was who the other foul was on down there. Good ears there, Sean. Pankey to inbound on the baseline. Able to find Glover, and another foul on Franklin. This one's going to go against Combs. And 4 quick team fouls here by Franklin. We're only 3 minutes gone here in the 3rd quarter, and we already have 8 total team fouls between these 2 teams.
I had to take my headset off, Sam. Initially, the near side official signaled 32, which would have been Papworth's 3rd, but it's to 22 with the foul.
Ooh. Another missed free throw by Glover. And Hensley back into the game for Owen Combs. Really where Franklin got their momentum in that first half as Glover hits the second was going with a little bit of size as when they sub Lavertini out for Hensley. We'll see if they decide to go back to that size. It's Foster on the far side. Deep three from the right wing is short. Rebound to Lila. Put back is good.
Boy, Lila just swooped in there and grabbed that rebound. He's a hustle player down there.
Lila with 12, leading scorer for the Lightning. 5-point lead for McDaniel. Pankey to Montgomery. Near side it comes and swung back around, and we're going to get a timeout called here by McDaniel. We'll see what this one is. It's going to be just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one here. 37-32 McDaniel over Franklin here in game 1 of the PIL Showcase. Sam Tung alongside Sean Phillipson, Josiah Wester for AM 1450 KBPS in Portland. And gentlemen, back and forth game here, but really this third quarter has been plagued by the fouls on both teams. Both teams with 14 fouls thus far.
Yeah, McDaniel was getting caught with 4 of them early, and now Franklin playing physical in the game as well.
McDaniel basketball. Montgomery with it between the rings, down near side Pankey. Back to now it's Pankey. He's going to fire away for 3, missed it, and the rebound to Papworth. Franklin pushes. Foster to Papworth up top. Near side, Lila, left wing 3, nailed it.
Amazing shot.
15 for Lila. Franklin down just 2. Montgomery with it. Drives into the zone. Far side, Martin, first touch in a long time, missed the 3 though, and a rebound is going to go, that one's going to go against Glover. That's his 4th, and that one's a tough one. Glover's a little confused.
As he should be. He thought he had got in good position to bounce that board.
Looked like both guys were maybe fighting for it a little bit there. It's Papworth with it. Far side to Lavertini. Nearly lost it. Now it's Lila. Gives it to Papworth. Near side jumper, short. And the rebound to Pankey. Franklin gets back on defense quickly, but they also commit a foul. It's Papworth, it looks like. That's his 3rd. 5th team foul. We're now at 10 total team fouls, and we're 4.5 minutes into the third quarter. 3:36 left, 2-point McDaniel lead over Franklin. They inbounded directly into Martin on the inside box, missed it, rebound to Franklin. Fletchner brings it across the timeline. Papworth traveled with the basketball. Made his move before he dribbled, and a turnover by the Lightning.
Dylan Baruchon, former KBPS broadcaster, always says, pack the bags and went traveling, as Gavin Curves back on for Franklin to provide a little bit more shooting and defense out there.
Under 3.5 to play, third quarter. Franklin stays in this 2-3 zone. It's Montgomery with it up top. They dump it to Martin at the free throw line and draws another foul.
And that's the foul to give now for Franklin, Sam.
And that one goes against Hensley, his 4th.
Feels like both sides are having a hard time scoring right now, and they're both kind of fighting for this ball. So it's going to be interesting to see where this game goes.
McDaniel will inbound under their basket. Now Barr back into the game with those 3 fouls. He'll shoot a 3 short from the far side wing. Rebound to Lila. Just like we've been saying that all morning. Lila with the ball on the far side. He'll take a 3. That one rounded off. Rebound to Hensley, but poked away by McDaniel and out of bounds. Franklin will retain possession. Under 3 minutes to play here, third quarter, and Hensley's going to have to come out. Combs back in the game. Lila with it far side. Up top is Curbs. Drives the ball, left-handed layup is in.
Boy, Combs got a good opening down the floor before getting contact down underneath by McDaniel and put it in with the left hand beautifully.
Curbs with 5. Martin now on the other side. Tough jumper, missed it, and feel like we've been saying it all morning with Lila and these rebounds. He'll have the ball on the near side, a three, just missed it, rebound to Martin. Good box out by Martin that time on Combs. McDaniel comes the other way. 2:20 left, third quarter. We're all tied at 37. Both of these teams looking for their first league win of the season. Pankey now near side, back to Pankey. A three-point shot by Anderson is long, and the rebound to Combs. Combs slows it up as McDaniel trying to steal it in transition. No-look pass, and Lila lays it in and one. Curbs the no-look pass from near half court. Lila snagged it, finish, and the and one opportunity. That's 17 for Lila on a great dish that time from Curbs.
Barr has picked up his fourth foul of the morning, and that is huge. And as you mentioned, beautiful no-look dime to from Combs to Lila. Chance for the three-point play.
Lila with 18 now. Franklin going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. Franklin back on top. 40-37. You're listening to live PIL basketball action on AM 1450 KBPS.
We'll need a legal after this break.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and just the 30, please. Back with you live here, Franklin High School. 1:58 left, third quarter, as Franklin able to regain the lead here over McDaniel, 40-37. McDaniel with the basketball, moving left to right. It's Montgomery with it on the near wing. Gets it into the corner to Anderson, back to Montgomery, drives into the lane, left-handed layup, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Owen Combs, it appears. His second. We're now in the bonus, but two-shot foul here. It'll be Montgomery that goes to the line. Montgomery able to break down that zone for Franklin, earn a trip to the stripe. First shot is good.
And don't forget, for Montgomery, he was injured earlier in the first quarter with that shoulder issue.
Oh, yeah.
And he's starting to regain form very quickly.
Montgomery makes them both. 7 points for Montgomery in this one. One of the few players not in foul trouble. Steal on the other side by Martin. Good defense that time by McDaniel. Hebby into the game. Gets it ahead to Martin. Nearly had it stolen away. Now Hebby with it up top. Also nearly traveled with it. Lila pokes it out of bounds. McDaniel will retain possession. 1:23 left, third quarter.
Boy, Lila has been everywhere on the court. Defensively, rebounding, and making in a couple of threes, and scoring in the paint.
Hebby gets possession in the backcourt. Franklin still in the 2-3 zone. Montgomery near side. Anderson was wide open under the basket, weren't able to get it to him. It's Montgomery with it. He'll drive. Good defense that time by Combs, but a better finish by Montgomery.
Delay a game warning, McDaniel.
So count the bucket for Montgomery. That's 9 for him, and the delay of game as he knocked the ball away. McDaniel back in the lead, 41-40. Lavertini now near side, a three by Fletchner. That one's off. Rebound Montgomery. He's been everywhere in this third quarter. Montgomery takes it himself. A floater at the free throw line, missed it. Rebound to Combs for Franklin. Curves the other way for the Lightning. No look pass to Fletchner. Now Curbs a three up top and knocked it down.
Boy, Curbs great confidence shooting that straight away. Defense came late in rotation, and Curbs buried it home.
Really excellent second half so far for Curbs. Here's Martin the other way, missed the layup. Rebound to Lavertini. Franklin nursing a 2-point lead. Down to Combs, wide open, and lays it in.
Beautiful shot, beautiful shot.
Yes, beautiful shot. Combs just let his defender fly by him, pump fake, and laid it in.
Here's Montgomery the other way, far side to Hebby. He'll fire a three. That one is short, and that will do it for the third quarter. Franklin, after being down at the half, now takes a 4-point lead into the fourth. It's Franklin 45, McDaniel 41. Back with you in 1 minute here on AM 1450 KBPS. Back with you at Franklin High School for the fourth quarter between the Franklin Lightning and the McDaniel Mountain Lions. Sam Tung, Sean Phillipson, Josiah Wester for AM 1450 KBPS in Portland. 4-point lead for the Lightning, and two teams looking for their first win in league play. And for McDaniel, their first win in 26 tries.
That's correct.
McDaniel has the ball to start the fourth quarter. It's Montgomery between the rings. Now Hebby fires from three on the right wing. No. Offensive board by Martin. Back to Hebby. Swings it to Anderson. Now near side to Hebby again. And traveled. Oh, no, they're going to call a three in the key. That time by Montgomery. That's a tough one there, as Hebby a little indecisive. Maybe could have called a travel there, but nonetheless a turnover by McDaniel. Franklin back quickly the other way. Curbs on the far side. Dumps it down to Fletchner, finds its way to Lila, and a block by Martin. Lila, though, the board and the putback.
Man, Lila is just fighting valiantly hard as we have a whistle sounding. A technical foul.
We're going to have a technical, this one against Lila. So that'll be 2 shots in the ball for McDaniel. The first foul on Lila.
As a reminder for technical free throws, the technicals do count as a personal in Oregon basketball in the high school sport, as Martin does make the free throw. Sorry, Sam.
No, you're good. With that basket, Lila, the first to 20 points tonight, leads all scores. Martin makes the first and misses the second. Next leading scorer, Josiah Barr for the Mountain Lions with 10, who's been sitting with 4 fouls for some time, as has what it feels like half the roster here in this one.
Yeah, it does, with all the physicality.
14 total team fouls already. 7:08 left in the game. 5-point Franklin lead. Far side is Pankey for McDaniel. Back up top to Montgomery. Good defense by Franklin. Curbs on it. Hebby will take a three from the near side and drill it.
That's a big shot for Hebby. McDaniel needs him to continue to shoot that ball from the perimeter, break away from that zone.
Second 3-point made for Hebby in this one. Lila with it. Nemo into the game for Franklin, and we're going to have, looks like an offensive foul on Nemo. His first, and that's the 19th foul. But remember, offensive foul, so no free throws for McDaniel. McDaniel down 2. Hebby, pump fake, takes a three. That one way short, barely hit the net. But on the rebound, Fletchner stepped out of bounds, and McDaniel will retain possession here with 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. We'll also have a timeout from McDaniel. And full timeout, we'll take it with them. 6:33 left, fourth quarter. Franklin 47, McDaniel 45. You're listening to live PIL basketball action on AM 1450 KBPS. Bound it under their own basket and nearly turned the ball over. Able to get the ball in to Glover, who hits the layup and tie ball game. It's Papworth with it for Franklin. Dumps it into Nemo. Nemo, short corner, swung it around. Wide open three for Lila is in.
You cannot leave Lila open like that, especially from that easiest spot on the court from the left side.
Quadje Lila has been the do-it-all man for Franklin thus far in this game. 23 now for the junior. Ball nearly stolen away. Near side into the baseline for Martin, who lays it in. Martin, a pretty quiet second half here, officially into double figures. Franklin quickly back the other way. Papworth to Curbs on the far side. He drives into the lane. Ball poked away and stolen by Hebby. It's Anderson now. Decides to pull it back out. 5.5 left, fourth quarter. Curbs a little aggressive defensively. And that's going to be a foul on him, his first. 10th team foul, so it'll be the double bonus the rest of the way. Glover's going to shoot two, and that time it looked like a little aggressive by Curbs. He was arguing that McDaniel did the same thing to him on the other side, but nonetheless, 2 free throws for McDaniel.
Also on the broadcast, Moto McChesney joining us for a second time this week. Moto, your thoughts of today's game?
Yeah, I don't know if...
Now we got you.
Okay, great. Yeah, I feel like this was a really good way to start off the day, especially with the fact that Franklin's here, it's their school, they're able to kind of start off this really cool event for the PIL Showcase, and they, McDaniel, it's also kind of a fair game because they both have remodernized facilities.
Papworth with it for Franklin after the missed free throw by Glover. Inside, Papworth, ball knocked away by Barr, and
Barr's going to...
oh, excuse me, that was Anderson.
Anderson, yeah.
My mistake. It looked like Barr, but they're going to call a late call on Anderson.
Anderson thought he had a pretty good block down low on the left block, but...
I think I might agree with him on that one, but it's going to be the one-on-one. Not quite sure what happened here. They call a technical foul, Sean?
I did not see an official signal a T.
Yeah, it was a technical.
All right.
Well, Papworth, 2 free throws.
So Anderson did get caught with a T. That is the second personal on Anderson. Yeah.
And 17 fouls now for McDaniel. Franklin up 3, 52-49, 5:10 left, fourth quarter. Foster back in the game, dumps it down into Papworth. Papworth, turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound to Montgomery for McDaniel. They break out the other direction. Montgomery tries to go one-on-one, now double teamed by both Foster and Lila, able to get it out. A long shot by Anderson, no good. Offensive board though, Montgomery tries the three. That one is short. Another offensive board by Glover. He's fighting down there. Stolen away, though, by Nemo. And Anderson is going to get the foul called.
And he took a shot to the mouth.
Excuse me, that's Glover, and that's 5. That's it.
At the 4:40 mark in the fourth quarter, Glover fouls out. And not only that, he took a shot to the mouth after the play.
It'll be a 1-and-1 for Franklin. Nemo at the line. Nemo, first free throw is good. His first point of the game. Able to narrowly extend this Franklin lead. For those of you listening now, coming up next, Benson and Jefferson at presumably 12:30. Probably going to be a little bit of a late start. Missed shot, though, and Franklin gets the offensive board, and Papworth knocks it in. 9 points for Papworth. Franklin extends the lead. And it's stolen away by Papworth. The other direction. He gets fouled and hits the floor hard that time. That one was a tough one. It's going to go on Josiah Barr.
And a technical foul as well to Barr, and that his game is over.
Yeah, it was going to be over either way. Really hard foul as Papworth went hard at the basket. Hit his head on the floor. He's going to get 2 free throws.
So in a span of 20 seconds, 2 players, Sam and Josiah, have both fouled out.
I've never seen, in the time I've covered
Moto,
games in KBPS, I have not seen anyone get fouled out before.
Yeah, well.
And we just had 2 in less than 20 seconds.
Well, it was kind of bound to happen, right? I mean, there is Papworth now also into double figures with 10. It was bound to happen with how many fouls had occurred, especially in that third quarter. Papworth knocks down the second free throw, and he's going to get, I think he's going to get 2 more. He's going to get.
Yeah, the technical free throws. He'll be the 2 technicals and the 2 foul shots, and then Franklin will have possession of the basketball on the tee. He's made 3 in a row, make it 4 in a row for Papworth.
Big mistake by Josiah Barr on what now is already a 4-point possession, and Franklin looking to make it a 6 or even 7-point possession. And all of a sudden, Franklin's up 10. Nemo with it far side, drives to the basket, missed the layup, rebound to Martin, and we're going to have just a kickball. For a second, I was like, oh my gosh, another one of these? Both teams in the double bonus, but McDaniel, who had a first half lead, all of a sudden finds themselves down 10 after that 4-point possession by Franklin. Franklin just hounding defensively. Montgomery with it. Near side, it's Anderson. Now Pankey to Hebby. Back to Pankey. He'll try a 3. That one's long, in the rebound to Nemo. Back comes Franklin the other direction. Fletchner gives it, and it's a 3-point missed. Offensive rebound, Lila, once again. Far side Nemo, he'll try a 3 and nailed it.
That's his first 3 of the game.
13-point lead by Franklin, starting to pull away here. 3.5 left, fourth quarter. Anderson near side, gives it to Pankey. Now far side to Hebby, nearly lost it. Able to retain possession. Skip pass near side. Anderson takes a 3, missed everything. Martin tries to save it, does, but Pankey gets it stolen away, and a really heads-up play that time by Fletchner to call timeout. That one's going to go full. We'll take it with him. 3:10 left in this one. 62-49 Franklin over McDaniel. You're listening to AM 1450 KBPS in Portland.
100 years.
We'll actually keep it here as My goodness, what a turn of events here, gents, where, you know, Sean, I was noticing when you were calling that game in the first half, it felt very back and forth, but really a defensive struggle, and all of a sudden, fast forward to the fourth quarter, it's an entirely different story. Franklin just completely turned up the volume on offense.
Yes, they have, Sam, and I'll tell you what, within this whole first half, it was a free-flowing offensive attack for both schools. Second half, it's got a lot more physical, especially for McDaniel and Franklin, both having players with some technical fouls and 2 players fouling out in the span of 20 seconds, and Barr and Glover. So we'll have to see if McDaniel in their final push can try to make it into single digits.
Franklin inbounds the ball up 13 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ball stolen away, though, by Pankey, who's fouled in transition. That one's going to go against Papworth. That's number 4 on him. Look, it's 13, but with the amount of free throws that McDaniel could very well earn from the stripe, double bonus all the way through. This one certainly is not out of reach, and Dominic Papworth, who has had a great, really, stretch here in the last couple minutes, picks up another one. Pankey makes the first.
That 13-point lead earlier moments ago, Franklin, is their largest lead of the game. They were down 11 in the first half.
Pankey missed the free throw, but an offensive rebound to Hebby. Anderson, far side now to Martin. Martin double-teamed over there, gives it over to Anderson. A long left wing 3, way short, and the rebound to Lila. Franklin breaks the other way. 2:45 left in this one. Fletchner now far side to Foster. Foster brings it back out, and now Franklin maybe going to try to waste a little time. Goes inside to Fletchner, turnaround shot, no, rebound off Pankey, and Franklin will retain possession. 2.5 left. Fletchner inbounds. It's Lila on the far side, guarded by Martin. Now it goes to Fletchner, far side corner. He dribbles it out. They're looking inside to Foster, get it to him. Fadeaway jumper by Foster is good.
Oh, Foster socked that fall-away jump shot with confidence.
2:10 left now, and a 14-point lead for Franklin. It's Anderson on the near side, dumps it into Montgomery, spins in the lane, left-handed shot is no good, but a foul will be called. That one against Fletchner. 2 personals on Fletchner and the double bonus for Montgomery. Montgomery looking to get into double figures here this morning, or I should say this afternoon. Makes the first.
Martin, the team leader in points with 11 for McDaniel.
But a really quiet second half.
Very quiet.
Montgomery missed the second free throw. That zone really cut Martin out of the game. It's Fletchner with it the other way for Franklin. Now under 2 to play. Lila in the lane and scoops it in. 25 now for Kwaje Lila. Here comes Pankey the other way. Floater, missed it, got his own board. Tries a fadeaway baseline jumper. That one's short, and the rebound goes to Papworth. Fletchner into the front court. Stops his dribble, kicks it near side. Lila decides to drive on the baseline and lays it in again.
Boy, nobody picked up Lila on the drive on the baseline.
Kwaje Lila having a night. 1:18 left, fourth quarter. McDaniel throws this one away. Martin does. Taken by Lila. He decides crossover in the lane. Floater up and good. 29 now for Kwaje Lila on 30-point watch here as we are now officially under a minute to go. And Franklin really running away with this one, 70-51, a 19-point lead for the Lightning. They were down at halftime. It was close at the end of the third quarter, and this fourth quarter, they just turned on the Jets. Pankey takes a 3. That one long, and a rebound to Franklin. Papworth gets another one. Just 30 seconds left. They're going to dump it inside, and the layup is good by Fletchner. 72-51, ball stolen away. Coach Grassman says, no more. and just 20 seconds left. Franklin just trying to run this one out. Franklin going to come away with their first victory in the league play. Their third win of the season. They'll do it at home in the first game of the PIL Showcase as this one goes final. Final score, Franklin 72, McDaniel 51. And Sean, I think what we're going to probably do here, if we just want to zip right into the post game,
yes,
as the next game, Benson and Jeff back on the floor here to warm up. But what an outstanding performance by Franklin and specifically Quadre Lila in that fourth quarter as they ran away with that one to win by 21.
Yes, fourth quarter, Franklin outscored McDaniel 27-10. Terrific defensive energy from Franklin to wear down McDaniel at the end, not having them get open in threes. And give credit to the head coach, Mark Grassman, for Franklin. He really did a great job going into that 2-3 zone, having everybody extend their arms out and provided great defense.
Foul trouble as well really plagued McDaniel. Both Josiah Barr and Justin Glover fouled out, and Franklin, a couple guys in foul trouble as well, but also able to stay in the game. Lavertini, Papworth, and and Hensley all with 4. Quick leading scorers of this one for the losing side. McDaniel leading scorer Elijah Martin with 11. Also Montgomery with 10, and Josiah Barr, who fouled out with 10 points as well. And for Franklin, really the MVP of this one, no question, Quadre Lila, 29 points for the junior, and a couple other noteworthy ones, Dominic Papworth with 13, Antonio Foster with 9. Coming up here in a moment, it is Benson at Jefferson tipping off in about 10 minutes or so. We also have 4 other games, South Medford and Wells. Jefferson and Benson girls are playing in the second session, Lincoln at Grant, and Roosevelt and Cleveland wraps this one up. For Sean Phillipson, Josiah Wester, Moto McChesney, and Joe Anderson in the booth. We'll talk to you all in just a moment for game number 2 between Benson and Jefferson. Again, final score, Franklin 72, McDaniel 51. Talk to you all in a moment here on AM 1450, KBPS in Portland. So we're going to do, actually, I'm not doing this game.
Yeah, you're not doing this
So
one,
this one, well, okay.
Who do I give this to? Yeah. Should I just set it? Yeah.
Joe or Donna, are you at the station? Okay, Joe. We're going to go live in about 7 minutes from now. No, that's okay. Joe missed the last break. That's what happened.
Sean, happy Saturday. Yes, great, good afternoon. Great to be with you here at Franklin High School. It is loud in here. Holy moly. We are here all day long for the PIL Showcase, the second game out of 6. We're broadcasting all day long. Do not change that radio dial. And also, we have live video up at kbps.am on the KBPS YouTube page. If you want to watch the action, you can do that. Set for a super awesome game here. Benson and Jefferson, I don't think it gets any better than this.
Latu, Ferguson, Stigler, Demir Johnson, and Montague, the starting 5 for Jefferson. For Benson, quickly, Bradford, DeWong Puchung, Fernando De La Torre, Redding Longacre, and Robert Aisler. Jump ball, opening tip-off rather, won by Jefferson, and we are underway as Dent is actually starting today's game. And the ball into Latu, a 3-pointer to start the game, no good. Rebound pulled down by Benson. Benson in the road black uniforms with orange numbering and blue trim on the sides. For Jefferson, they are in the home white and blue and gold numbering and lettering. Ball poked away and recovered by Benson's Duong Pachang. And a steal by Montague. Montague on the break will lay it in off the window. Hard landing, but scored it down nonetheless. Adrian Montague, his first field goal, 2-0 start for Jefferson. Then back at the other end, Redding Longacre with a field goal of his own to tie the game at 2-2 following a 2-0 start for Jefferson. Back at the other end, a layup, good by TJ Latu. His first field goal for Jefferson, and the lead back up at 2 for the Demos at 4-2. Into Duong Puchang. Duong Puchang's jump shot no good. Duong Puchang had a career high in his most recent outing in a win. 3-pointer, good. Nice shot by TJ Latu. And we have a timeout on the floor.
And Sean, really quick, we have a KBPS student here joining us on this broadcast, Oscar Crimmen from the KBPS senior class. Oscar, happy Saturday. Good to see you, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Who's going to win tonight?
You already know Benson, but yeah.
You have class with Kayvon Bradford. What can you tell us? What inside info can you give us about Kayvon Bradford?
He's a star player, Benson. He's pretty good at defense, at offense. You know, he's kind of an all-rounder. He holds the team together. Same with Fernando and Redding, too. I think we can pull through.
Benson out of the timeout. We'll see what they do with it here. 6:41 remaining in the first quarter. 7-2 advantage for Jefferson, their largest lead at the moment at 5. Ball into Bradford. Bradford fall away, blocked away by Ferguson, but collected and a field goal good. A 3-pointer by Redding Longacre. He has 5 and a 7-5 Jefferson lead. Ball stolen by Bradford. Bradford to the basket. Layup with the left hand up and through. Kayvon Bradford with his first field goal. We are tied at 7-all.
Not wasting any time, taking the lead for the Benson team.
I'm noticing down there in the coaching staff, Earl Clark is not with the team today. Instead, one of the lead assistants will be doing the coaching work today. 3-pointer no good by the Demos, but they get the offensive rebound. Is Stigler. Stigler dumping it in the post. Is Dent. He scores and drew the foul.
Nice play inside the paint there.
And a defensive foul to Redding Longacre, his first foul of the game for the Techmen. A 3-point play opportunity for Darius Dent, the sophomore.
It's good to see Redding Longacre back on the court for the Benson Techmen. He suffered a broken finger during a practice while, and it's been out for a few games. So this may be, I think, his first game back since that injury.
Dent connects on a 3-point play. 9-8, Jefferson back in front by 1. As Benson had the lead momentarily at 8-6. A 2-point lead for Benson. A 3-pointer, good out of the far corner. What a shot by Aisler.
I was going to say, it looked like he got hit by the defensive player coming down from that shot, but maybe not enough contact to draw a foul.
And Jefferson will call for a 30-second timeout. just underway here in the first quarter. We're going to stay on live. But my goodness, Jefferson and Benson tied at 10-10.
Now, Oscar, speaking as a Benson senior, what does the rivalry between Benson and Jefferson mean to the community?
I think it's one of the better rivalries. I think it's the main, biggest rivalry, I think, in the whole PIL.
You put a big star next to that game on the calendar, don't you?
Definitely.
Demos to inbound the ball. Tie game at 10-10. 5:24 remaining in the first quarter of play. Montague setting things up near the middle. Passes left over to Stigler. Stigler into Latu. Right wing Ferguson. Between the rings is Montague. Montague now rolling to the right, getting off the screen. Montague pick and roll with Dent, laying it up and in off the window. Darius Dent with 5 for Jefferson, and the lead up at 12-10 for the home Demos. Benson in the road visiting team today. And Duong Pachung's dribble lost by Jefferson in a steal. Up the floor is Latu. Goes for 3 from the right wing. No good. Rebound by Duong Pachung. Up the floor is Bradford. Bradford passes left over to Longacre. Puts up a tough runner. Rounding in and drew the foul. Longacre scores, a chance to go for a 3-point play possibility. Foul to Jefferson's Dent.
Pretty tough shot there, Sean. Kind of trying to fade away. Got a defender right in your face and off balance. Kind of crooked shot. Still got it to fall. Got the contact. 3-point play. Great job, Redding.
Dent on the foul, his first. The 3-point play is good by Longacre. And the Techmen have the lead up at 1 at 13-12. Jefferson led as many as 5 in the early going of the first quarter. At the scorer's table, Carlos Rodriguez at the scorer's table will check in next stoppage. And Tabor Van Dusen for Benson. A 3-pointer for Stigler is around and home.
And that was a deep shot. That was almost NBA 3-point range.
And Jefferson by 4 now at 16-12. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Bradford. And another poke away by Ferguson. We've seen Ferguson in high school football for Jeff with good hands. Missed a layup, but tipped in by Duong Pachung.
Quite a little bit of contact there. A little bump here, a little bump there, but the refs are letting these guys play.
Yeah, they're still doing good, though. Still doing good.
Pick and roll. It's Dent to the basket. Blocked away by Bradford and out of bounds. Gets a high five from his teammates for that effort. Latu for Rodriguez, rather, will come in for Jefferson, and as I said, Tabor Van Dusen on for the Techmen. And a 3-pointer out of the inbound. Stigler misses the 3. Rebound off of Duong Pachung. A 3-pointer good by Montague.
Montague snuck up behind him, never saw him coming, and was able to strip the ball away and get the 3-point shot.
18-15 lead for Jefferson. Benson needed that into Van Dusen. He puts up the shot, no, but drew the foul.
You know, both teams getting to the rim in the paint fairly easily. I would say it looks like both teams need to step up that defense a little bit in that paint. Try to prevent those easy lay-ins, getting to the hole too easy.
TJ Latu on to the defensive foul. That is his first of the game. First team foul for Jefferson. Or second team foul, excuse me, for Jefferson. 1 for Benson.
You know, you can hear it in the background. Not only did our ballers come to play today, so did our cheerleaders. Give it up for the cheerleaders.
And the first of the free throws is good by Van Dusen, with 1 more coming up from the line. His first point, 18-16 lead Jefferson, with 1 more from Van Dusen, and Van Dusen misses the second free throw. Rebound pulled down by Stigler. 3:13 left first quarter, 18-16 again lead for Jefferson. Benson in a 2-3 zone defensively. Latu, pick and roll. Good ball, the perimeter out to Stigler on the left corner. Straight away is Ferguson, goes for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down, two-handed by Van Dusen. Up the floor, Bradford passes right to De La Torre. Torre, good pass inside to Van Dusen. Again, a 3-pointer, this time No good by Fernando De La Torre. Offensive rebound, Benson. Lob, nowhere in sight. I think Duwong Kuchung and was really supposed to get the lob from Bradford to toss it out of bounds.
You could definitely tell these guys are excited. The energy level is through the roof. Everybody's pumped up. Maybe a little bit too pumped up on that pass attempt there.
Sambor Nelson enters the game for Jefferson. An 18-16 lead for the Democrats. 2:30 left in the first quarter of play. Ball into the corner. And traveled did Montague. He walked with the ball on his way to the basket and got caught for traveling. Benson ball on the inline. Duwong Kuchong gets the ball, looking and gets it into Bradford. 2:22 left in the first quarter. 18-16, Jefferson up by 2. Benson can tie or take the lead this possession. Bradford comes off the pick. Bradford to the basket. Tough finish with the left hand, his strong side for the southpaw, and Bradford lays it in.
Looked like a defender had a hand on that ball, blocking the shot, and Kayvon strong enough to still power through that and get the ball in. Wow.
And Nelson for 3, no good. Tie game at 18-all. Bradford down the floor to Duwong Kuchung, who lays it up. No, and a blocking foul underneath on Jefferson. 2 free throws coming up for Duwong Kuchung.
Do we know if Dylan can dunk?
Nelson on the defensive foul, his first. I'm pretty sure at his height for Duwong Kuchung, he can dunk.
I want to see a slam dunk, baby.
Duwong Kuchung is 6'4".
Yeah, anytime I'm walking around the hallway and I run into him, I always have to look up, say, oh, hey, Dylan, how you doing?
No good on the first foul shot for Duwong Kuchung. On the floor for Jefferson is Brave Johnson, and Jure Mott, the tight end when we saw Jefferson play in football season. And Duwong Kuchung gets 1 of 2 at the line. Duwong Kuchung with 3. And Benson has the lead up at 1, 19-18. Breaking the tie. And it comes to Melson. Now near midcourt is Mott. Back to Melson. Nelson, quick ball by the Demos. Open 3 for Mott. No good off the window. Rebound pulled down by Bradford. That shot went long. Bradford on the run. Goes to the basket. Lefty layup. Good again.
Wow, what a layup.
Boy, Kayvon's got some terrific body control to adjust in midair and find the basket as his friend to shield it away and score it. 3-point lead for Benson now at 21-18. Largest lead of the quarter for Benson at 3. And Bradford will get caught with a defensive foul reaching in. That is his first foul of the quarter.
Oscar, how you feeling about your Benson team so far?
I think they're doing pretty well. They're up by 3. Or up by 4, my bad.
No 3 points. It's 21-18.
Oh, yeah.
You were close in there.
Dang that math.
Math is very crucial in high school basketball. It is true. In Jefferson with possession. Brave Johnson handling it. Left wing over to Stigler. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Stigler for 3, and we're tied.
He's hit a couple of deep threes from that spot. And, I mean, we're talking NBA range. You cannot leave him open.
Bradford at the other end drew the foul on the layup attempt. He missed it. Will shoot 2 more free throws.
I mean, how many hits does he have to take before they can call the foul? It looked like he got bumped about 2 or 3 times there.
Carlos Rodriguez on the foul, his first for Jefferson. And Bradford to the line to shoot 2. As Montague will be at the scorer's table checking in. And Donovan Ferguson as well for Jeff on the first free throw attempt from Bradford.
Here's something interesting. All of the Benson players are back in the back court right now, ready on defense.
Normally we see that at the end of games.
Right, and they are not lined up at the free throw for a rebound. I'm taking that to say that they have confidence in Mr. Bradford and his ability to make the free throw.
Bradford does make 1 of 2. He has 7. And Benson has the lead up at 22-21, breaking yet another tie. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Johnson with the ball, passes over to Montague for Jefferson. Montague with 28 seconds left in the quarter. Montague passes right into Ferguson. He had the three, had to adjust, finds Johnson. That's Brave Johnson finding Montague. Boy, Jefferson not pulling the shot up yet, but they have the final shot if they want to have it. 10 seconds left for the quarter. Left wing Ferguson, 7 seconds to go. Into the left corner, Montague, a long three-pointer, that's no good. 2 seconds left, rebound by Longacre, and Bradford does not get off the shot in time. And that ends the first quarter from Franklin for the PIL Showcase. Benson up 22-21 over Jefferson. The second quarter is next on KBPS. 1 minute, please. Thank you, Joe. And in. Kayvon Bradford wanted the foul, and now a timeout is called by Benson.
You know, Sean, you pointed out earlier, just a few moments ago in the broadcast, that the head coach of Benson is not here today. And we're wondering if maybe that is playing a role in how the Benson team is playing right now.
27-24 lead, Jefferson over Benson. We'll take a timeout and come back as the PIL Showcase continues on KBPS.
Nice play. There's a lot of contact, and they're just kind of letting them play through. But there's some, pretty egregious contact that you have to call. You can't go up and whack somebody when they're going up for a shot. That's a foul.
Except if you have hand on ball, then it'd be a legal play. Bradford off again on the free throw. He'll have one more coming up. And I realize we're near the top of the hour, so we'll do a station identification. This is AM 1450 KBPS in Portland. Second quarter, Benson by 2, 27-29, or 29-27. As Bradford gets one of two at the line. Bradford with 8, tying with Longacre for High Point Honors with 8. 30-27. Benson the lead yet again by 3. No good on the shot attempt by Jefferson at the other end. Here is Bradford. Goes for 3 as he gets hit. No foul called. Defensive rebound by Jefferson. Jacob, you pointed it out. The referees are letting the game fly away here a little bit with letting some contact happen. But you have to wonder during the game how much contact is enough to draw a foul.
Yeah, and I think most people would like to see it this way anyway. Let them play, but you got to call the fouls when they're fouls.
Latu on the field goal, following Bradford trying to take the charge. No foul was called that time. And Benson up by 1 at 30-29, 3:33 remaining in the half. Layup good at the other end by Longacre for Benson. Longacre with 10, 32-29. Benson again within, up by 3, 32-29 with 3:20 to go in the first half. Ferguson lost the ball and got it back. Ferguson off a great screen by Dent. Ferguson puts his head down. Shot blocked out of bounds by Aisler. Jefferson will keep possession.
As they say in NBA Jam, rejected. Real quick, want to let our listeners who are listening on KBPS Portland, AM 1450, know you can also watch this live action on our YouTube page, and right there on the front page of kbps.am, we have a live video stream up if you want to watch the action.
That is correct. This is the PIL Showcase event, 6 games in 1 day, as Jere Mott threw the ball out of bounds on the previous possession, out of reach and from his teammate down there, and Benson will get the ball back. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter, 32-29 advantage. Lob looking for a pass to Dewang Puchung from Bradford. They've tried to connect a couple times, but have been able to do so. And a turnover on Benson. Jefferson ball the other way. And it comes to Ferguson. Off the screen from Dent into Melson. Melson with the ball right wing. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter. Benson in the lead by 3. Melson weaving his way through, stolen away by Kelly. And handled by Bradford.
Yeah, nice steal there by Trayvon Kelly.
Kayvon rolling to the left, and his pass nearly stolen away. Great hands by Dewson, and his shot is blocked, but a foul on Jefferson.
I almost thought that was a kick ball, too, but maybe not.
Sure looked like it to me.
Didn't it look like a kick ball, Oscar?
Tabor Van Dusen to the line to shoot a couple. Dent has picked up his 3rd foul of the half for Jefferson. Pat Strickland has yet to go to the bench to make a change as Van Dusen makes the first free throw, his second point. Back on is Aisler. He will come in for Dewang Puchung.
Number 23 for Benson. I've never seen him play before. Oscar, do you know him? Do you know anything about number 23?
23.
Guy shooting the free throw right now?
Oh, Tabor. Yeah, I know Tabor. He's good friends with Kayvon, with Redding, Fernando.
Carlos Rodriguez re-enters the game for Jefferson. 33-29, make it 34-29. On a couple of free throws, good. It's a 5-point lead for Benson, 34-29. As Benson has led by 3 4 times in the first half. Hard to believe that. 2:05 left in the half. Demos with the ball the other way. Montague guarded by Kelly as Benson into a man-to-man defense. The 3 from Montague from straight away is no good. Rebound by Aisler. Aisler gives it for Bradford. Bradford streaking to the basket, and a blocking foul is called on Jefferson. Boy, Kayvon took it to the basket strong, and Bradford will get a couple of free throws. And Carlos Rodriguez, who picked up the defensive foul, tried to take the charge. That is his second foul. And we're at the 17th foul for Jefferson. It's
First
a two-shot
one,
free
good.
throw. Yes, the free throw is good by Bradford with one more. It is a two-shot foul for Benson. Bradford with 9 with one more coming up, looking to get in double figures with 10. And Bradford makes a pair. Bradford makes 2 for 2, a 7-point lead for Benson, 36-29. Benson increasing the lead here in the second quarter. Three-pointer, far corner, air ball by Stigler, recovered by Jefferson's Montague. Montague feeds it inside to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez drew the foul in the paint. The foul is on Dylan Duong-Pachong. Duong-Pachong on the foul, his first of the game for Benson. 2 free throws coming up for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the southpaw, will miss the first free throw with one more coming up. Only 3 team fouls in the half for Benson.
You know, Oscar, something we need to do is we need to get the BSPN network more engaged with what KBPS is doing.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there's a Benson Sports Network, BSPN, on Instagram. You might want to check it out. It's pretty interesting.
Rodriguez does make 1 of 2 for Jefferson. Missed the first, made the second. Lead at 6 for Benson at 36-30. And the pass over the head, last hit by Rodriguez, as Rodriguez and Van Dusen were battling. And it belongs to Benson, out of bounds underneath their own basket, going right to left on your radio dial, left to right for Jefferson. Van Dusen back in and puts up a layup, no go with the left hand. Bradford puts it back up and in. Boy, Kayvon Bradford, so strong. And a technical foul on Bradford as well. After the shot, it looked like.
Now, what Kayvon just did was he got the rebound, he went back up, got the tough shot, he turned around, and he kind of did this like little yell where he puts his arms down and kind of does a little flex thing. He does that after about every single shot that he does that's similar to that. I've seen him do that 100 times, and they never call a technical foul on that, ever.
I mistake myself. The technical's on Van Dusen, not Bradford. The free throw is no good by Montague. He'll have one more. The technical free throws result in 2 free throws and possession of the basketball. So Montague will get a second chance to cut the gap down, and does. Montague makes 1 of 2 technical free throws, and Jefferson will have possession. Initially, I thought Bradford taunted after the play by screaming, but it was Van Dusen who picked it up for Benson. Now, Van Dusen's got to be careful. 1 more technical foul, and he is gone for the game today. And technical fouls accumulate as personal fouls. Layup good by Ferguson, his first field goal for Jefferson. It's down to 38-33, a 5-point cushion for Benson at the moment. Bradford off the pick, dribbling with his offhand, his right hand, gives it to Van Dusen, gets away from one. Nice pass, and Duong-Pachong laying it in.
Great ball movement by Benson to find the open player, get it to the hoop, up by 7 points.
That was a great pass by Van Dusen. Patient with the ball, threw a bullet right into Duong-Pachong. 40-33 lead, 7-point lead, a 3-pointer no good by Jefferson. Nelson on the O board and puts it home.
Now, where was the Benson defense there? The Jefferson Democrat got that rebound, nobody in front of him.
15 seconds left, up by 5. Kayvon with the ball.
Bradford to the basket, lefty layup no good. Offensive rebound by Van Dusen, no. Bradford stripped of the ball. Duong-Pachong picks it up and scores.
Puts it in.
1 second left. A heave is no good by Ferguson as we go to halftime. Benson 42, Jefferson 35. Our halftime show is next. Stay tuned on KBPS. task to do by any means.
So, and real quick for our listeners who are listening on AM 1450 KBPS and on our web stream, the free web stream at www.kbps.am, we are live streaming this on video. You can watch it on the KBPS YouTube page. You can find a link to the YouTube page on the KBPS website, and you can find the live video right there on the front page of the website. I hear that our video stream is a little lagging a little bit, so we are working on getting a better laptop computer to be able to stream a little bit higher quality. So if you are trying to watch the video broadcast and the video is a little shaky or a little stagnant or lagging, we apologize. We just started video streaming. We just got the equipment not too long ago, and we've done a couple of games, and we are working on constantly improving the quality of the broadcast to the best extent possible. So if you want to watch it, it's there, and we do have a phone number. I wanted to give that out really quick. If you're watching or you're listening and you're enjoying it and you wanted to give us a shout, we do have a phone number. You can call 503-916-5101, 503-916-5101. Give us a call. You can find that number on the website as well. Let us know what you think.
Let's go over halftime statistics for both schools. For Benson, Kayvon Bradford leading the way with 12 first-half points. Redding Longacre with 10. Dylan DeWong-Puchung with 7. Robert Aisler with 6. And De La Torre and Van Dusen with 2 points each for Benson. For Jefferson, their leading scorer is Sanborn Nelson with 8. Montague with 6. Latu with 7 points. Ziegler with 6. Dent with 5. Ferguson with 2. And Rodriguez with a free throw in the first half. Gentlemen, before we go to break, what are your second half thoughts for both schools? Oscar.
I think, like I said before, I think Jefferson's going to be able to pull through, and I think they might actually get the win because we might lose some of our better players towards the end half of the game, but if not, I think we can pull through and win.
I'm going to tell Kayvon and Redding and Fernando that you said that they are going to lose. I'm going to go tell them that.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Oscar. It's anybody's game. Sean, I think what you're alluding to is the fact that both of these teams are playing really hard on both sides of the court, on offense and defense. Anytime Jefferson and Benson gets together, they want to win that game badly. And both of these teams are going to come out. And Oscar, like you said, both of these teams are coming out swinging. And it's going to be a run all the way to the finish line.
We're up by 7 now. If we just keep up the good defense and offense, we'll definitely win.
Other games to look out for during the PIL Showcase event today. 2 p.m. South Medford at Wells here at Franklin. And then we have the Benson Texters hosting the Jefferson Democrats at 4 p.m. Grant Generals hosting the Lincoln Cardinals at 5:30. And Cleveland hosting Roosevelt at 7 p.m. Those are the games in the association today. Of course, the other game, Franklin and McDaniel, where Franklin won in our last game. This concludes our halftime show. Join us for second half action as Benson leads 42-35 over Jefferson. You're listening to live high school 6A boys basketball on KBPS. 2 minutes, Donna, please. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. I would expect nothing less. And Donna, thank you so much for doing that. Hey, Oscar, do you see the, you can't see it right now, the gentleman just stood up, but at the scorer's table, the older gentleman with the white hat,
yeah,
his name's Kevin Flink. He was my KBPS teacher when I was in the program 20 years ago. He was the KBPS teacher for 32 years and then retired and was the general manager for the station for 7 years and is the PA announcer for the Timbers at Providence Park. All right. You want to hang around for the second half? You want to take a break? How you doing, bud?
I think I'm going to take a break.
Sounds good, Oscar. Thank you for coming. Check, 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 check.
Yeah, that mic was a little loud.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I can hear you now fine.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine. All right. Welcome back to Franklin as the second game of our PIL Showcase continues. Jefferson down by 7 at 42-35. We're underway in the third quarter. Of course, our next game, Wells hosting South Medford. Sam Tung will be on the call for that game. And I'll resume play at 4 p.m. with the girls' game of Benson and Jeff. Out of the timeout, Latu will pull up with the jumper around and out. Rebound pulled down by Stigler, puts it back up, no good again. Rebound tipped by Bradford and claimed. Bradford, quick pass down the floor to Aisler, he lays it in. Great find by Bradford on the break, 2-on-1.
And nice speed there to get out ahead for the fast break point.
Boy, Bradford's really improved since he first came onto varsity 3 years ago. He's been a starter all 4 years. A three-pointer no good by Latu. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Stigler. Stigler with 8 and a 44-37 advantage for Benson. Duong Puchong for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Stigler. Stigler lost the ball. Duong Puchong on the steal. Up the floor, Longacre. Pump fakes. Block shot by Jefferson's Dent. But recovered by Benson, a three-pointer. No good by Aisler. Rebound by Jefferson. And a foul on Longacre as he was bumped behind Aisler.
He was trying to catch up to the play and accidentally ran into the Jefferson